Education, Haruna Idrisu. Let me proceed on established protocol and just acknowledge all of you, distinguished guests and officers of the Ministry of Education, and my dear children, students from various schools. Recently, the West African Exams Council has released the results for the last West African School Certificate Examination. And as the Honorable Minister has said, it has become an issue of great concern to government, parents, and the public at large. I was speaking with the minister, and I've asked them to do an analysis of the examiner's report to try and decipher what could have gone so disastrously wrong. It is mind-boggling that with the same teachers, the same factors in play, just from one batch to another, one batch, does so disastrously. And so we need to get to the bottom of it. But it also emphasizes the issue of foundational learning. One of the major things that has taken place in the last several years is the neglect of basic education. Inability to send the capitation grants, ensuring that we have quality teachers at the foundational level, at the basic level, because it is that level that prepares the child for secondary and tertiary education. And once you don't get that level right, you will just send the child through a conveyor belt like a factory. And when it comes out at the end, it will be picked out by quality control and said that this one did not do well. And so our focus must be on foundational learning. And foundational learning means that by the time a child reaches primary school, he should be able to read properly. By the time the child leaves primary school, he should be able to write properly. By the time the child leaves primary school, he should be able to do basic arithmetic. If we're able to get our children to get these three things right, writing, reading, and arithmetic, then they have the foundation to continue into secondary education. Otherwise, it will be a factory that is just pushing them through, and at the end of it, you have the situation where a child finishes basic school and sometimes still finds it difficult to write his name. Vigilance is not going to go away. Strict invigilation is not going to go away. And so we must make sure that the children are well prepared to, on their own, be able to study and pass the exams that are waiting for them. And so I've asked the minister, and he's told the Director General of the GES to study the examiner's report, and let's see what quick reforms we can carry out in order that our children get a quality education. But let me thank the young innovators from DEXT for this innovation. I'm pleased that it is going to primary school 4, 5, and 6. I believe that if we strengthen their knowledge of STEM, then it makes it easier for them to go into the science, technology, courses when they progress into secondary education. And so it's a great honor for me to join you this morning for the launch of the Ghana-made STEMbox initiative, a visionary effort designed, engineered, and produced by our own people right here in Ghana. Today's ceremony marks an important milestone in our quest to build an educational system that truly prepares our children for the future. I was especially proud when Mr. Atipim said that they had received and fulfilled an order to send STEM boxes to 500 schools in the UK. That is no mean an achievement. And I want to commend him on his suit. Considering that he doesn't wear suits, he made a very good choice. It's a beautiful suit. Well done. This initiative speaks directly to our national commitment to ensure that every child, regardless of their geographical location, the school type, or their socio-economic background, has access to practical tools that stimulate curiosity, inspire creativity, and builds their confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, across the world, countries are rethinking and redesigning their education system to respond to the rapid technological changes that are taking place across the world. Artificial intelligence, robotics, biotechnology, renewable energy, advanced computing, and space technology are transforming industries and reshaping global competitiveness. In this new world, STEM is not optional. It is the foundation upon which resilient economies, innovative industries, and forward-looking societies are built. Research has consistently shown that a child's creativity and problem-solving ability and love of inquiry are best developed at the basic education level. If we ignite their curiosity at that level, and if we do it early, we build a generation that is capable of leading Ghana into a technologically advanced future. Countries such as Finland, Japan, Singapore, and South Korea have long demonstrated that intentionally early exposure to STEM through simple kits, design challenges, and hands-on learning creates powerful outcomes. Today, we join in that forward march, but with a unique distinction. Our tools are made by Ghanaians for Ghanaian children. The STEM boxes we are launching today are far more than just learning tools. They are the gateway to exploration, discovery, and invention. Each box contains age-appropriate practical tools that help pupils to understand scientific concepts, to build simple machines, experiment with circuits, energy and motion, and engage in creative problem-solving through hands-on activity. And you saw the simple generation my daughter, Agbemo, did about the human digestive system and how digestion starts in the mouth with enzymes contained in the saliva and what category of food it breaks down from carbohydrates to proteins to fats and how it eventually ends up as waste. That practical solution makes the child understand how this digestion occurs. In the past, we would just teach the children and they will learn it by rote and not have the opportunity to see practically how it works in their bodies. I think that this is a good revolution and it will take our children far. For too long, the lack of fully equipped science laboratories, especially in our rural areas and peri-urban communities, has limited practical STEM learning. But the world has changed, and so must we. Educators globally now agree that you do not need a large, sophisticated laboratory to inspire scientific thinking. You need tools that will spark the curiosity of the child. And so these STEM boxes do precisely that. They move learning from theory to practice, from chalkboard to creativity, and from memorization to innovation. This initiative aligns directly with our broader national objectives of strengthening foundational learning, deepening digital literacy, and problem-solving skills, preparing young Ghanaians for future careers, and building a strong pipeline of engineers, scientists, and innovators, and finally supporting local industry and domestic manufacturing. By producing these STEM boxes here in Ghana, we're not only supporting education, We're also strengthening local manufacturing, creating jobs, and signaling to the world that Ghana is capable of designing and producing its own solutions. To our hardworking teachers across the length and breadth of our country, you remain at the heart of this transformation. These tools are designed to support your efforts and enrich your classroom learning experience. With your guidance, a child building a simple electric circuit today will become an electrical engineer tomorrow. A young girl experimenting with energy may become one of Africa's leading scientists in the future. So let us work together to unlock the imagination and ingenuity in every Ghanaian child. Distinguished guests, this initiative belongs to us all. Let us encourage experimentation, support creativity, and make room for the mistakes that lead to innovation. Let our schools become spaces where curiosity is celebrated, where learning is joyful, and where every child believes they can become a creator of tomorrow's solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, as we launch the locally produced STEMbox initiative, we reaffirm our commitment to building an innovative, future-ready Ghana. We're igniting curiosity, nurturing creativity, and laying the foundations for a generation that will lead Ghana into a new era of technological advancement. With the mandate of the people and in devotion to the future of our dear children, I hereby have the honor and privilege to declare the Ghana-made STEMbox initiative officially launched.